In 2021, Mountain came out of the gate swinging with their Everest Max keyboard, and for me, this still ranks as one of the best keyboards out there with some amazing modular features. Now, that modularity kind of fulfilled the dream for me as I didn't have to choose between a huge full keyboard and an aesthetically more pleasing TKL. Having had a hybrid between full and a TKL keyboard, the logical step for Mountain was to go the 60% route. And oh boy, did they knock it out of the park with this one. This is the Everest 60. Now, the key selling point of Everest 60 seems to be that it offers an almost enthusiast level typing and gaming experience right out of the gate without you having to mess with disassembling the keyboard, modding the housing and lubing its various components. Mountain also took the opportunity to address some of the criticisms aimed at Everest Max to significantly improve the experience here. So, in essence, what you have here is a compact keyboard that screams quality in every sense. The top plate is made from two pieces of this nice textured aluminum, while the bottom features some hard, heavy-duty plastic. This makes the keyboard feel really robust and heavy despite the form factor, and you can try all you want but you won't get it to flex one bit. The bottom is simple with no cable routing options, but you do get 3 Type-C slots for the power cable, so you can plug it in the one that suits your setup the most. It's only a shame that out of the numerous ports present here, none are pass-through, so you won't be able to connect any other devices through the keyboard. As far as feet go, same as on the Everest Max, you have these really unique magnetic ones that you simply stack up to get the keyboard to an angle that works for you. The magnets are really strong, and the bottom one even has some rubber to prevent the keyboard from sliding all over the place. As on the Everest Max, in between the aluminum you have an RGB strip going all the way around the keyboard, and it's one area where Mountain improved the design. Whereas the strip was sandwiched a bit too deep on the Everest Max, here it goes almost to the very edge, making it more visible from every angle. It might seem like a small improvement, but it makes the strip much more appealing, especially when you flex the accompanying software to create your own designs thanks to the whopping 44 individually customizable zones. Now, going around the keyboard, you've probably seen these little Mountain logos, which are actually magnetic covers for another set of USB-C ports, where Mountain once again brings modularity into play. Yes, this keyboard can actually be expanded with a Numpad, which is an absolutely awesome option to have on a 60% keyboard. When you need it, you simply remove the magnetic covers, slide the USB-C connector on the Numpad to the side you want, and connect it to the keyboard. The Numpad is completely in line with the design and build quality of the rest of the keyboard, and it becomes functional as soon as you connect it. This once again means that you no longer have to choose between the great aesthetics of the smaller form factor and the higher productivity that comes with a full keyboard. Being able to connect it to both sides is great if you're left-handed or simply want more space in your mouse area. Just keep in mind that the connection, while strong enough to handle sliding the keyboard on the desk, isn't as strong to handle lifting the keyboard, so don't do that unless you want to cause irreparable damage to the connectors on the Numpad. Going back to the keyboard itself, first you have these excellent textured PBT keycaps with a fairly minimal non-flashy font. In terms of layout, it's a 60%er that has arrow keys, a smaller right shift key and no right control key. Instead of using Cherry, Mountain developed their own proprietary switches, which come in 3 flavors depending on whether you want a more tactile or a bit faster linear experience. All 3 variants come factory lubed and in a clear housing to make the RGB as bright as possible. Our review unit came with the more gaming oriented linear yellow ones, which felt smooth and very responsive, something similar to Cherry Reds, which I mostly use on my other keyboards anyway. With that said, if you happen to not like what Mountain offers, the keyboard is fully hot swappable with 3 or 5 pin switches, so you can easily go for something that's more up your alley. Now, even if all of that already didn't make this one of the best 60% keyboards, have a listen to how it sounds right out of the box with absolutely no modding done. Yes, you heard that right. The amazing out-of-the-box sound profile here is achieved with a combination of pre-looped switches, clipped cherry stabilizers, and several layers of sound dampening materials, one made from silicone and two made from foam. It makes the entire thing feel even more premium and probably makes it one of, if not the best out-of-the-box keyboard experiences out there. While it still doesn't sound like your top enthusiast level keyboard, most folks will be happy with the sound profile, especially considering they won't have to invest more into it or fidget around with lubing and modding. Oh, and don't worry, all of this applies to the Numpad as well, in case you decide to add it to the keyboard. As for the software, Basecamp remains straight to the point and easy to use while offering most of the features you'd expect for a gaming keyboard. So, besides creating different profiles, you can easily assign all sorts of functions to each and every key, create macro combinations, and of course, customize the RGB. Here you have a selection of 6 different modes in which you can further customize the color, speed, and brightness of each, and if you don't like what's on offer, you can use the custom mode to create something your own. It's only a shame that the custom mode here took a step back when compared to the Everest Max, meaning you can't apply any effects and only get static colors for both the keys and the strip, so here's hoping this makes a comeback in a future update. As for the price, at $140 the Everest 60 is among the pricier 60% keyboards, and it gets even pricier if you go for the separately sold Numpad. If you can get past that, you'll find yourself the proud owner of not only one of the best 60% keyboards, but one of the best keyboards out there, period. Without even going into the modularity, the excellent build quality, great design, and an amazing sound profile make this one a real joy to use and probably my main keyboard for the foreseeable future. If you like what you've seen in this video, as always, the product link will be included in the description down below. And also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to KeenGamer for more reviews just like this one.